The referee raised his hand and gathered magical energy towards his fingers. He held the horn in his other hand and said to the contestants, "Take your positions. Ready." Rosida looked at the track with serious eyes and listened attentively to the referee's instructions. The referee will launch the fireballs gathered on the fingers upwards. The fireball flew into the air and exploded into sparks, making a loud noise. This means that the relay race has already begun. In an instant, all the competitors on the track rushed out. Rosida is no exception. She exerted her physical strength, driving hard with her legs as she exploded off the starting line. From a distance, her figure looked like a silver lightning bolt. The live streaming screens on the playground are also following up on the game situation in real time. On the screen, the running posture of Rosida was displayed in front of the audience. Pineapple, who was sitting on the commentary stage, stood up and reached out his hand, explaining the current situation of the contestants to the audience with an excited tone. "Look, the 7th contestant from the Silver Dragon clan, Rosida, takes the lead and is far ahead of the other opponents. Oh, a contestant is chasing after her closely. That's Misty, the 10th contestant from the Electric Dragon clan." Rosida glanced over at her and noticed a dragon in brown sportswear chasing after her. Misty looked ahead with serious eyes and followed closely behind Rosida. Upon seeing the match on the big screen, Leon opened his mouth slightly and felt a bit surprised. He raised an eyebrow and commented on it. "Wow, there is a dragon that can keep up with the speed of Rosida." The dragon standing next to Leon closed its eyes and smiled proudly. "Misty is his wife," he said to Leon in a relaxed tone. Of course. It's not like the Silver Dragon clan is the only ones who can be fast." Leon was displeased with the tone of the dragon. This passage reminded him of some dragons from the Electric Dragon clan that he had encountered on the battlefield before. He glanced at the dragon standing beside him with an unhappy expression and silently said in his heart, "Electric Dragon clan. Although their combat effectiveness is not high, they are very good at escaping and often use feints to harass enemies on the battlefield." At this point, there was a slight change in the situation of the match between Rosida and Misty. The commentator continued to speak on the broadcast. "Look, the 10th contestant has already surpassed the 7th contestant. She is already leading by a distance of 1-2 body lengths." On the big screen, Misty quickly leaned down and began to accelerate her running speed. It seems that she is starting to unleash her true abilities. In no time, she slowly overtook Rosida and ran ahead. Rosida did not intend to give up either. She continued to follow Misty, waiting for the opportunity to overtake her. On the commentary stage, in addition to the commentator Pineapple, there was also an old man with gray hair sitting next to her. He is the chairman of the family sports meet, Duncan. Pineapple turned her head and asked Duncan for his opinion on the current game situation. One is the Silver Dragon clan, and the other is the Electric Dragon clan, both of which have speed advantages. Which of these two competitors do you think will successfully complete the first baton exchange? Duncan picked up the teacup and took a sip of tea, then answered with a smile on his face. "Ha ha ha, until the final moment arrives. The outcome remains unwritten." Seeing Misty's performance in the match, the dragon standing next to Leon showed a confident expression. He said to Leon with a hint of sarcasm, "Although it is an entertainment competition, it also reflects the racial gap between dragon races. With my wife leading by such a wide margin, I can predict the result without even watching, right?" Leon felt speechless about the evaluation of this dragon. He replied perfunctorily, Your wife is great." The brown-haired dragon nodded and showed a smug smile. Right. My wife is great." He seems to have imagined that the champion of this relay race must belong to their family. At this moment, the brown-haired dragon looked at the big screen, seemingly noticing a new situation on the playground track. He said silently in his heart with a puzzled expression, It sounds like something's wrong." Leon was not shaken by the words spoken by the brown-haired dragon just now. He closed his eyes, crossed his hands on his chest, and showed a relaxed expression. Although he turned his back to the big screen and did not continue watching the game broadcast on the screen, he still believed that Rosida would not continue to be suppressed by the contestant of the Electric Dragon clan like this. He whispered, "But my wife is even better." Rosida's gaze became even more resolute than before. She concentrated her strength on her feet and stomped fiercely on the track. In an instant, Rosida seized the opportunity and immediately surpassed Misty. She ran ahead of Misty again. It seems that she has also started to unleash her true abilities. Misty hadn't had a chance to react when she noticed the figure of Rosida appearing in front of her. Misty never expected that Rosida would have a chance to surpass her. She has a great distance from Rosida. How did Rosida do it? She was surprised by the strength of Rosida. She furrowed her brow and silently said in her heart, "Why does she still have such strong explosive power?" Seeing Misty still closely following behind her, the corners of Rosida's mouth slightly curled up. She whispered, "The wind resistance is quite high, right?" During the running process just now, she observed Misty's running skill and knew something. Then, she changed her strategy and seized the opportunity to sprint forward. I can't keep up with her speed." Misty found that she was running harder and harder, and even had no strength to sprint forward. The distance between her and Rosida began to slowly widen. Rosida noticed that Misty couldn't overtake her anymore, so she continued to speed up and ran towards the second relay point. The commentator noticed a new change in the competition situation. She spoke excitedly to the audience. "Oh, the seventh contestant, Rosida, uses her opponent's body to reduce wind resistance and retain energy, and explosively accelerates in the last 100 meters. Rosida saw Noah's figure slowly appear in front of her. This also proves that she is getting closer, and closer to the second relay point. Noah also made the starting move, and reached behind her, ready to catch the relay baton from Rosida. She is the first contestant to pass the relay baton to the next one. Rosida surpassed the other competitors at an extremely fast speed. She smiled and smoothly handed the baton in her hand to Noah. Noah quickly grasped the relay baton tightly and rushed out of the starting line, taking the lead over the other runners. The 10th contestant also completed the relay baton exchange. Can the 11th contestant Dean catch up with the 8th contestant Noah? Rosida was panting lightly while watching Noah's figure gradually run away. She clenched her fists gently, feeling happy that Noah could run faster than the other runners. After Noah ran a distance, Misty ran to the second relay point and handed the baton to her son. At this moment, Rosida seemed to have noticed something. She turned her head and looked at the position of the third relay point on the playground. Leon gave a thumbs up to Rosida standing in the distance and smiled at her. He just witnessed with his own eyes that she gradually surpassed Misty and successfully handed over the baton to Noah. He was pleased with the outstanding performance of her. He is very confident in the strength of her and knows that she will definitely not let anyone surpass her. Although Leon only made a gesture, Rosida also knew what he wanted to say to her. She clenched her fist and raised it to show Leon, cheering him on for his match against Noah. She silently encouraged them in her heart. The rest of the game is in your hands.
Hi! Pineapple has a good news to tell you. My app Lullaby can now be downloaded on the App Store and Google Play. You can search for Lullaby Light Novel in the search bar to find the app. After downloading the app, you can read our exclusive novels and comics more easily on your mobile phone. If you are interested, you can download Lullaby from the App Store and Google